So here we have you and your friend, you're on the Ferris wheel, you're laughing very hard, and a Jolly Rancher falls out of your mouth and hits a 7-foot tall person on the head, making them scream, and we want to figure out how high up you were. So we want to know at the beginning of the problem, what was your initial height? So this is what we don't know this time. We don't know how high up you were. What we do know is that it took 3.5 seconds. So I have a t value of 3.5. And we also know that the person it hit was 7 feet tall. So it ended up being 7 feet off the ground when it finally hit this person. We also know that it simply dropped out of your mouth. You didn't like spit it out. And so your initial velocity is going to be 0. So this part, once you plug in 0 for here, 0 times anything is 0, it just goes away. So I start with an equation that would be something kind of like this, except I have a value for t. I know this took 3.5 seconds. So 7 is going to equal negative 16 times that 3.5 quantity squared plus whatever our initial height was that we don't know. And I'm going to solve this thing for this value right here. So this is now basically an Algebra 1 problem with some weirder looking unknowns. I'm going to simplify this. So getting out the old calculator, I will figure out what negative 16 times 3.5 squared is. Looks like it's negative 196. So 7 equals negative 196 plus whatever my initial height was. And to get this thing by itself, if it's not totally obvious, anytime you're solving an equation where you have just the one unknown, you're going to do PEMDAS in reverse. So you're going to look at this and say, is there anything to add or subtract? And of course, I can see this is here. I'm going to add this 196 to both sides. 196 plus 7 is 200 and I want to say 3. Boo, because that's exactly what that is. Equals the initial height, and that's it. Yeah, the initial height, I guess I was 203 feet off the ground. If you're wondering how I know it's feet, the whole problem's in feet, and that's clear to people who really know their physics well. If you're using negative 16 in your gravitational force, then you're definitely working in feet. Plus we have the word feet here as well. But anyway, that's the answer. It was a different unknown, but not nearly as complicated to solve. So, hope it goes well.